All right, so in my last video, guys, I went over everything that is going to be in the new update that we have seen so far. And today I want to talk about how good the Pain and Rumble reworks will actually be. As always, guys, like and subscribe if you do want more content, more news, and join the Discord server, link in the description below to be in videos, giveaways, events, and more. And let's get into it. All right, so let's just go over the reworks that we've had recently very quickly. We had Creation, which was pretty good. We had Gravity, which was a good rework. That was a very good rework. Dragon, which was, that was one of those ones, bro. That was a rework of reworks. That was, Pain. You think Pain Fruit is Pain? No, that is Pain, okay? But, if we go to our fruits right here, Rumble is kind of, like, decent, but Pain really takes some getting used to. So if you're like a new player or you're one with not as much skill, Pain is pretty trash. Pain is a trash fruit for, new players, for beginners. And it might not have been meant to be that way, but, it just is. But, I think with this rework, I think it's going to be something like Gravity. Look, Gravity was atrocious. I'd say Pain Fruit was better than Gravity. Gravity was horrendous. And it already had a rework before this. It got another one. It was trash after the first rework. So I think that they will either heavily mess up Pain and make it bad, or it will be a rework like Gravity. Like Gravity's second rework, let me say that. I don't think there's really an in-between because, Gravity's rework was very well built. You can upgrade the fruit. You can get that cutscene move, which I still don't have for some reason. Pain in itself is just like a bad fruit for beginners. It takes a while to learn, has a big skill gap. You have to have skill to learn the fruit. So, in this game, what is skill? Skill is not allowed. We don't allow skill in Blox Fruits. So you have to make this thing spammy now. But yeah, honestly, I do think that they'll make it somewhere like Gravity, where it's like it went from really bad to a really good fruit. And Rumble, I think, is more of a mystery. The only really good fruit that we got that got reworked was Dragon. Like that anybody could use, okay? A good fruit that anybody could use. And Rumble's very popular. Like this is like top 5 most popular fruits, okay? Like we're talking one of the most popular fruits. So I don't think that it's going to just like be like Pain and go from really bad to really good. I think that they have to think, okay, that's a lot of things. They have to go about this a little different because if you do something way too spammy, the skilled players will be mad because a lot of skilled players use Rumble. If you do something too like bad, then the spammers will be mad. And if it's getting a rework, I don't think it could be too bland either way. So it's really a mystery. I have heard that it was just going to be a visual, but I don't buy that for a second. I haven't heard it directly from Gamer Robot channel themselves or any developers or anything. So, I'm just going to keep it at, hey, this thing's a rework. It's getting reworked. But yeah, it's more of a mystery. I feel like a visual would probably be the best, but I don't think there's really a point in hyping up a visual. If you guys saw that, what's it called? The little sneak peek of the trailer, that was Pain versus Rumble Fruit. And I don't think they'd do all that hyping up for Rumble just for it to be a visual. You know what I mean? Like, it just wouldn't make that much sense. But also, it's just such a hard fruit to have reworked, and I don't think that it should have gotten one, honestly, because it is so difficult to make everyone happy with Rumble. Like with Pain, it's easier. It's bad, make it good. Of course, skilled players will be mad, but barely anybody use Pain anyway. So, this will open up a lot of new Pain users when the rework comes out. But Rumble, a lot of people already used Rumble. A lot of skilled people use Rumble. A lot of non-skilled people use Rumble. So if you mess this thing up or you do something that one of them don't like, bro, people are going to be mad. And clearly that is not what you want, because when the people get mad, they get mad. But I do think both of these reworks will be premium, top of the line, hopefully the best we've ever seen. Not saying like the best as in like better than dragon, but like the best reworks we've seen, you know? It doesn't have to be the best fruit to have the best rework. That's what I'm trying to say. And I hope that we get, if not the best, some very good reworks. But yeah, like right now, I really don't know why they reworked Rumble. Like, I mean, the moves look pretty like new. Like it don't really look old, guys. Like, look at this. These moves don't really look old. Like maybe the V move arguably, but the rest of these moves look like pretty decently new. Not like 2025, but like not like 2015. They look like decently new, you know? Like I don't know why they decided to rework Rumble. Now let's talk about which will be better, Pain or Rumble. And this is a tough one because Rumble and Pain are right next to each other. So it's not like Pain is a mythic fruit and Rumble's a rare. They're like right above and below each other. So they are very comparable. And from what we've seen, all we saw was really 2 Rumble sneaks and the beginning of the trailer for Pain. But I don't know what these guys are going to do. I don't know. I don't know how good they're going to be because we haven't really seen much. You know, Indra was sneaking like Dragon and stuff a lot, but we haven't really seen much from Rumble, much less Pain. I think we might have gotten 1 sneak, and I'm not going to show it because I don't even know if it's Pain Fruit or not. So I think that the Pain Fruit will be better. Mark my words, you heard it here first. If the Pain Fruit ends up being better, I will be giving away a permanent Pain Fruit. So join the Discord server, link in the description below for that. I'll probably be giving it away either way, that and Rumble. But, you know, just join and, you know, of course, like and subscribe along with that. You know, I can have the motivation to give the fruit away. You know, we're at like 2 subs right now, trying to get to 3. So, you know, a sub would help. With all that said, hopefully these fruits are good. Hopefully they're both good. Hopefully they're both not like, too spammy. And, yeah.